Hello everyone, my name is Morgan Horseman and I'm the Associate Director for Admission and Financial Aid at the O'Neill School at Indiana University. And today we're going to be discussing funding opportunities for O'Neill School graduate degree programs. So first, I would like to talk about the types of financial aid available to graduate students. First, you can receive need-based aid, which is based on your personal financial situation. This is determined by your FAFSA, or the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Financial aid packaging is processed by a separate office on our campus called Student Central. The next type of aid that a student might receive are O'Neill School Fellowships. These are awarded based on credentials presented in your application for admission. Some of the primary factors considered are your personal statement, your background and your experiences, your academic information such as your GPA and your transcript, and financial need. Applications are considered holistically for both admission consideration as well as funding opportunities. So next we're going to take a look at some of these a little bit more in depth. So first, when it comes to need-based aid, graduate students can receive federal direct loans. If you complete the FAFSA, you will automatically be considered for a federal direct loan. Repayment begins 6 months after you graduate or drop below half-time status. There are some loan limits when it comes to borrowing, so make sure you're aware of that, and you can pause on this slide if you would like to read those bullet points a little bit more in depth. And finally, we recommend submitting the FAFSA every year, and please remember that the annual deadline for the FAFSA is April 15th. Next, we have O'Neill School Fellowships. So these are awards that we are giving to students to attend one of our degree programs. So to be considered for an O'Neill School Fellowship, you need to apply by the priority application deadline for the term and program that you are interested in. We do not require a separate application for funding consideration, rather we utilize the application for admission. We award 25 to 50% in tuition reduction awards. And one of the most common questions we get is if we offer full funding or full tuition, and we don't. Rather, we award partial remissions between 25 to 50%, which then allows us to award more students. Next, I'd like to talk about a really unique program that the O'Neill School offers called the Service Corps program. This is a work opportunity where students are placed in arts, nonprofit, and public organizations in the Bloomington community. To be considered for Service Corps, you must apply by the priority application deadline, as well as be work study eligible by submitting the FAFSA. And finally, we do offer a ton of assistantship opportunities, both as graduate or teaching assistantships. So opportunities for classroom instruction, administrative functions, and faculty research. I would like to note that the assistantships that the O'Neill School offers are solely paid hourly positions. These do not come with any additional tuition assistance. If you receive an assistantship, it would be paid hourly, 10 to 15 hours a week. And while the O'Neill School does offer a lot of assistantships, there are certainly opportunities available across the entire IU campus. Students will have the opportunity to apply to these positions shortly before they start the program, and available positions are shared with our confirmed candidates via email. So next, I'd like to talk about a few other unique opportunities and benefits. So the first are volunteer benefits. These are specific to students who are in AmeriCorps, Peace Corps, or Teach for America. Some of the benefits we offer are an application fee waiver, a waiver to the experiential requirement if your degree has one, and a credit hour reduction. Students in these programs can receive 3 credit hours reduction per year of service, so you might be eligible for up to 6 credits. When credits are reduced from your degree program, those are credits you no longer have to take to complete the degree. So say, for example, you're in the Master Public Affairs program, which requires 48 credits, and you receive a 3 credit hour reduction. That means you only have to take 45 credits to complete your degree. And that translates to a cost savings because that is a class that you're not having to take, which means you're not having to pay for it. So cost savings here can be around $3,800 per year of service, depending on your residency. We also offer a credit reduction for prior professional experience. So students can receive this credit reduction if they've worked in the public sector, a nonprofit organization, or another industry. These can range between 3 to 12 credits depending on experience, which again translates to a cost savings of between $3,800 to over $15,000 depending on residency. We also offer credit reduction to our military and veteran students, dependent on their exact military experience. We also guarantee a reduction to in-state tuition for all military and veteran students, provided they are not also a part of the Yellow Ribbon program. We also wanted to make sure that students had additional tips for how to fund graduate school. So first and foremost, complete the FAFSA. We recommend completing it and submitting it to IU as soon as possible. And as a reminder, the annual deadline is April 15th. We also recommend visiting our website for both cost information as well as additional funding opportunities. We recommend for students to search the IU Grad Grant Center as they offer a ton of resources, both in internal and external funding opportunities, as well as assistantship and other job opportunities across all of campus. Finally, we recommend searching the IU Office of National Scholarships and Awards for additional resources. And finally, watch out for emails from the O'Neill School. As we learn about opportunities that our students might qualify for, we send those out to our admitted students via email. Some other costs to consider. Now, when graduate students come to IU, it is important to note that you will not live on campus. IU's on-campus living is primarily for undergraduate students. This means that you will be responsible for finding your own housing in the Bloomington community, and you will not be paying IU for your living expenses. So what we have put together here is some average costs our students are reporting to us that they are paying to live in the Bloomington community. So again, we got these numbers from our current graduate degree students, and these are the average costs of what they're paying both in housing, food, utilities, and parking. And we have some monthly costs as well as yearly costs. So this we provide to students to help give an idea of what it might cost to live in the community and what your expenses might look like while you're pursuing graduate school. And it's important to note that the cost of living in Indiana is below the national average. If you want to learn more, we recommend visiting our website and social media pages to learn more about the O'Neill School. You can find us online at any time at o'neill.indiana.edu/masters, and you can find more content like this video on our YouTube channel. Finally, we recommend registering to attend a virtual information session. We also encourage you to take your next step by applying now. You can find our How to Apply page by the URL listed. And if you want, you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with one of our recruiters, Mallory and Patrick. If you want to pause on the slide and jot down their Calendly information, that's how you can schedule an appointment with them. And you can find our contact information below. Thank you so much for joining today on funding opportunities.